Welcome to the Pageant Masterclass, How to Win a Pageant. I'm Ashley Williams Allen. Let's get started. I'm excited to talk to you today because I have a wealth of knowledge that I want to share with you. I do have a lot of pageant experience, but on top of that, I've been a television producer for 20 years. I've produced shows like America's Got Talent, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and Dancing with the Stars. I know what it takes to capture an audience's attention. I know what makes a star, and I know what the it factor is. I'm also a former pageant winner. I was Miss South Carolina USA. I've been a pageant judge. I've judged everything from high school pageants, preliminary pageants, to state pageants in the USA and America organizations. I want to take all of my life experience and share it with you so that you can have the competitive edge you need to win a pageant. Now, I've said it before and I will say it again. One thing I've consistently seen as a pageant judge and producer of shows like America's Got Talent is that there are so many people who show up and have no chance of winning. And the reason they don't stand a chance of winning is because they don't have what I would call a truth squad. No one in their life is being honest with them. You will hear me preach this over and over because most of the time, we are not objective when it comes to areas of our life that need improvement. If you want to be competitive, if you really want to win, you must surround yourself with unbiased, honest, and discerning people who will tell you the truth. So, grab your truth squad, and today, let's get honest about your social media. Now, I hope this goes without saying, but first and foremost, do a full assessment of every post you've ever made. Is there something offensive? Is there something immature? Is there something inappropriate? Is there something you wouldn't want your grandmother to see? If so, take it down. As a producer, before anyone appears on a series, we do a full social media assessment and red flag any posts that don't align with the network's values. The same should be true when it comes to your social media. Does it align with the pageant's values? Now, listen, we are a society who is constantly learning, growing, and changing. And I hope that you're evolving and changing the way you think. So there may be posts, tweets, or TikToks from years ago that don't align with the way that you think and believe today. If so, I would advise you to take them down. Is there something you wouldn't want to show up on TMZ? Take it down. Trust me, this is applicable not only if you want to win a pageant or be on a TV show, it's also a must for getting a job or getting into college. Okay, let's talk about what your social media says about you. You may or may not know this, but smart pageant directors will encourage their judges to research contestants' social media. And judges might start doing their research before the pageant week and could easily form an impression about you based on the image you are putting out on your social media. And as a judge, I'm looking to see whether or not your social media screams queen. Your social media is your brand. It tells someone who doesn't know you what you're all about. Take an honest look at your social media. Does it scream well rounded queen who is classy, kind, and hands on in her community? Does it scream, I love my boyfriend and taking selfies? Does it scream, I love doing TikTok dances with my bestie? I want you to ask your Truth Squad to do an honest assessment of your social media and have them tell you who your social media says you are. As a producer, when I'm pitching a network or studio, my goal is always to create an undeniable package. My pitch will be laser focused on the network's brand values and their audience needs. I'm also crystal clear on what sets my series apart from others and what makes it the perfect fit for this network and their audience. That's what you've got to do. And your social media is part of your undeniable package. You're going to hear me talk a lot about the difference between a queen and a competitor. You can identify a queen in the quiet moments. You'll notice she's listening when another contestant is talking. You can see that the other contestants are genuinely happy to hear her name called to the top 10. And you can see it in her social media. A true queen is a queen all the time, every day. A competitor just puts on a good face during pageant week. You want to be a queen. Okay, take a look at Miss USA's social media. When you look at it, what do you see? The three things that come to mind when I look at Miss USA's social media are glamour, girl power, and strength. What about Miss America? When I look at Miss America's social media, I think beauty, leadership, service. Now, look at your social media. Does your personal brand align with your pageant organization's values? If not, take some time to revamp your social media. Be sure to show the sides of you that do align with the title you're competing for. You want anyone who comes to your page to think, wow, she seems like a great fit for the title. As a producer who has produced hours and hours of primetime television, I can assure you every image or TikTok you post, every caption you write is telling a story about who you are. And you want that story to be a winning one. The same is true if you want to be an influencer. You've got to clearly understand the image that you're putting out there and the brand you're establishing for yourself. If you take a good look at YouTube, TikTok, and social media in general, it's like a giant self help book. We come to social media for makeup tips, fashion trends, recipes, and cooking tutorials. Why are people coming to your page? Are they inspired by your community service? Are you giving them legitimate help with their beauty routine? Are you helping them to realize the value of sustainable fashion? What makes your audience come back to you? And honestly, are you a value add to the pageant organization you're competing in? Now, this is where your Truth Squad is going to be invaluable because the number one thing that makes an influencer successful and a queen is authenticity. The audience and judges genuinely believe she's buying what she's selling. She is who she says she is. So ask your Truth Squad about the discrepancy in who you are and who your social media says you are. How can you show up as the queen that you are? Okay, your social media should reflect the values and messages that you're promoting throughout the pageant, on your application, on stage, and in interview. If you have a platform or community service initiative, it better be all over your personal social media. Whether it's empowerment, philanthropy, or help, your posts and your life should consistently align with who you say you are during pageant week. Now, let me be clear. This does not mean that your social media needs to be boring. Showing who you are and what makes you unique is vital. I would imagine you've heard thousands of people say confidence is what makes a winner. And to be honest, as a contestant, I always hated hearing that. What does it even mean? What makes someone confident? Not only that, but there's so much pressure and nerves kick in, and sometimes you just don't feel confident. But as a judge, it's very clear to me that confidence means someone who is confident in themselves. I think so many times a contestant shows up to a pageant trying to be what she thinks she needs to be in order to win, and you can see right through it. But when a contestant shows up and is fully herself, it's refreshing. That's why you've got to start showing up on social media and in life as the queen. Because if you are the queen in your daily life, then you will walk into the interview as the queen and you will walk across the stage as the queen and you will be undeniable. So get with each member of your Truth Squad. Talk about the things in your life that make you the queen and get honest. Talk about the areas in your life that aren't very, shall we say, queenly, and knock it off. Show up as a queen every day in your personal life and on social media. Be kind, be classy, be you, and you can't lose. Speaking of can't lose, next week we're going to talk about a huge area where you can firmly establish yourself as the winner, and that's an interview. We'll talk about the best way to show up and show the judges that you are the undeniable package that they're looking for. And if you're looking for personalized guidance, I'm here to help. I am happy to assess your social media and give you my honest opinion. I would love to be a part of your Truth Squad. You can book a one-on-one coaching session with me, either in person or via Zoom. Just visit pageantmasterclass.com and send us your information. I would love to work with you on creating that undeniable package that lets the judges know you're the queen they're looking for. This has been a Front Row Entertainment production.